Oh, hi there. So this isn't one of my regular videos. Before you watch this, I guess I shouldn't say that, but this is more of a school project. So, I'm doing this video for a school thing, so I can get my grade up in a class. For those who don't know what's going on in this video. But, other than that, I mean, enjoy. I'm not stopping you from watching it, so, you know, go ahead. What's going on, you guys? This is the Leopard back with another PC gaming video. Last time I did one was, well, God knows how long. This video goes out to Mr. Chara. Very few of you will know who that is, but anyway, this is more of a project video, just like last time, last year. This one's for physics. So this game is a physics game. There's physics behind the game, actually. I did my research and I will explain what the game has to offer. A slower speed of light. Speed, light, physics. Does it make sense? I hope it does. We're gonna play it. There's a little story mode to it as well. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there was a little child. Sadly, the little child fell into death's icy grip far too soon. The little child's spirit began the journey to become one with light. But the speed of light was too fast for the small and clumsy little spirit. Luckily, the spirit world is full of magical orbs that slow down light. Okay, so we got this, see how many orbs you've collected. Compare your own speed to the speed of light. As light gets slower, you'll start to see beyond what humans can typically see. So, the more orbs we're collecting, the slower light gets, and we see different colors that we don't usually see in everyday life. Sounds good. So, boys and girls, yee yee. Alright, guys. So, this is kind of where you start off. Now, I've only played it so much. Yeah, gameplay might be a little but yet again, this is one of those simple games that came out in like 2013. Am I right? So we're gonna try our best. Alright, we collected one orb. This is gonna get really tricky a little bit, but I've noticed, I've played it a little bit to know that when you collect more orbs, your light, your vision starts to change. That is for sure. Getting around in this game is not the finest, but we'll work through it. So here we have, this game is like everyday life, right? Things can move slow and in strange ways at the speed of light, and I'll show you. I mean, I've already got 22 in, and you see how things start to change color, move a little differently. So really the base of the game, you're collecting these orbs, and it seems pretty easy, but as you collect more orbs and everything gets slower, light gets slower and it gets stranger moving, and like you just took a big pack of weed. But you know what, when it moves at the speed of light, it gets harder. It gets harder to see. Colors are changing constantly, so this is just part of it, but well, then again, this is the physics behind it. But let me tell you more. Now, of course, here when I'm moving, speed gets slower, speed of light gets slower. What I notice is this game, it's a simulation of how real life would be. And you can see as soon as I start moving, the light changes, and this is totally a simulation of real life. You know, the more I collect, the weirder colors get. You know, things will start to change, but as soon as I stop, the light stops because I'm in a one certain spot. It's no longer traveling, um, because it's speed of light. Light is no longer traveling, you know, but of course, even in real life, when we travel, um, you know, light is constantly changing, you know. So, you know, there we go again, you know. So it's really a simulation and kind of an educational game if you think about it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not my favorite game, but I mean, hey, I care about the grade, you know. Um, you know. So we're just collecting these balls. Honestly, they look like seashells. I'm not gonna lie. But if they had to be candies, they would look like some very tasty African candies. Cause I don't know. That's just what I'm getting a sense of right now. Now, all joking aside, of course, this is totally a game of physics. You know, this is kind of an everyday thing. Now, we don't see things this way, but it's still changing though. And you know, light in its own speed does look like this. Took some really fine, you know, creators to make this game, and you know they know what they're doing. I would say, you know, as far as, you know, understanding, you know, how this game works, I mean, I would say it's well done. My computer can only run it so well. I mean, I know it can run it better, but that's a different issue for a different video, which I probably will never make. But either way, this is we experience this physics every day in life. If I haven't said that already, and it's just interesting to know that, you know, the world can look like this. You know, are these witches? But yeah, that the world can look like this, and I mean, fascinating. Now, would I want the world to look like this? Probably not. I would probably have a heart attack. Now, also another thing to mention, the theory of relativity plays quite a factor here. You know, people think it's weird. You know, the theory of relativity usually encompasses two theories. That would be special relativity and general relativity. Wow, my voice today. Special relativity applies to elementary particles and their interactions, describing all of their physical phenomena except gravity. And general relativity actually explains the law of gravitation and its relation to other forces of nature. So yeah, that can explain something there. Totally, you know, the game, you know, to as far as I know it should have something to do with it. You know, and the theory of relativity. Well, I did a little bit of my research, to be honest, because I wouldn't have known this off the top of my head. Albert Einstein, you know, so thanks to that guy. That guy's pretty smart. But other than that, yeah. We're gonna see what happens when I reach 100 or 99. Because if I reach 100, you know, I don't know if the level ends. But we're gonna try to get somewhere like in the 90 and just see how much color we can get out of this. You know, how slow the light will get. Now, another thing I want to say is finding these orbs is actually getting pretty hard, and the color that, you know, changes when you start moving, you know, hence speed of light. Look at that. That's crazy. That's crazy, and I will admit it's confusing the heck out of me. I swear it really is getting harder to find these things. And you know, another thing is, maybe the speed of light is actually something that explains why some things in the real world, you know, as far as color, appear the way they are. You know, maybe the sky, you know, maybe this way we see the sky, or not just the sky, but anything else that, you know, is just everyday life. You know, man-made objects. Now, I'm not really too interested in the story mode here, but yeah, as you can see, things are changing, and I'm having a pretty hard time finding all these balls. Colorful balls. That's pretty gay. Anyway, hopefully this explains. Oh look, there's a ton more. Hopefully this explains the physics behind it, behind the game, and I mean, heck, if you want to try it out, it's free. A slower speed of light, you know.
Sky's blue like the Atlantic, and I'm going down like the Titanic. Sky's blue like the Atlantic, and I'm going down like the Titanic.